Hi, Christy. Let me know when you can hear me. Usually takes it a minute. Hi.
Hi, can you
So
hear
sorry
me?
about yesterday. Yeah, I can hear
Oh
you.
no. No,
I
no,
had
that's
a
fine.
new student and, the technical figuring everything out the
Yeah.
first time was funky. And I was just like, I am late. But I totally get with kids too. It's like, I gotta be on a schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just otherwise I probably would have been fine.
Oh no, it's cool. It's totally fine. I get it. I just felt bad. I was like, rats.
Oh,
Because, like, I don't want to cut them short. And I don't.
right.
So it's
Oh,
like, yeah, if we can just move it, that'd be good. Especially like their very first session.
oh, I know. That sucks.
Being like, wow, we didn't start on time. So you won't,
Technology is, yeah, technology, it's great. Like it's awesome, but also,
It can sometimes be like, you're not
yeah.
quite doing what I would like you to.
Yes, I know. I'm
Yeah.
sitting here watching like the black clouds roll in, and I was like, ugh, hopefully our
Yikes.
internet stays on.
Oh, right. Otherwise, we'll be just moving it
I know.
again.
I'm like, otherwise, poor Vandy.
It's all good. Yeah, I saw some rain clouds coming in too. I was like, maybe I don't have to water my flowers today.
That's
So
nice.
that's a
That's
perk.
nice.
Yeah. But we
Well, it's
had
good when that
one
happens.
storm not too long ago that was like 80-mile winds. And
Oh
I
my
just was like,
word.
we're just going to preemptively cancel everything that day just because I was like, I
Mm,
don't know what it's going to be like. It,
yeah.
broke a few little things in the
Well,
yard. So
that's good. That's good. I
we were
mean,
fine.
yeah. But no, those winds are not great.
Yeah, they
Not
can be
great.
pretty crazy. Yeah, I agree. So yeah.
Yay.
Okay. So thinking about, I was kind of looking back over, what we've been working on. Where's
Yeah.
everything at right now with the podcast and, the Australia book and just everything going on in your
Yeah.
world?
So the Australia book, I'm not cutting losses and not doing it, but I'm just gonna kind of like
Mm.
sit down and just push through the rest of it just because like I can't get a hold of this lady. And that's fine, but like
Oh,
I just kind of want
no.
it to be done. And I don't think it's anything like I know it's not personal. I think that she's just like this person who gets fixated on something
Oh,
and she's
yeah.
planning her wedding and like her
Hmm.
husband to be
And
has
she's just
had some
got too
stuff and
many
yeah.
things. Yeah.
I was like,
And she's
that's
like,
fine.
I
I'm
just
just gonna
have to table that. It just would be nice if she'd tell you, but I also understand because I'm like, I'm very ADHD and I get very fixated on things too. So I'm
yeah.
like, I understand, but I also am like, it would be really nice if she would just tell you that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like, do
almost
you
like
like the way she sounds? That's all.
part
Can we
of
just get that?
me is like, finish it and just send it. But at the same time, I'm like, ugh, if it was like an ACX project or something, I would
Right.
just do it. But like, since it's just like a random thing, I'm almost like, just put it away for
Yeah.
now and be like, until I hear back, I'm not going to go any farther. I tend to have just kind of like a system I use. And it's like, okay, we get the contract, we agree, we like, have it in a text or an email or writing or something, right? And
Yeah.
then it's like, I will do this much of it, I will send it to you, you approve it, and then either at that point, I just go ahead, do the whole thing, submit it to you, you listen, you get up to 3 revision requests, and then it's
Yeah.
like it's done. Um, and also with something like that, that it's not like through any other service that guarantees you get paid, I like to ask for half up front,
Yeah.
and then half at the end. Um, if they push back, I might be like, okay, half after I do the checkpoint that you approve. And if they're really worried, I'm like, do it through something like PayPal, where it's like they have purchase protection and stuff, right? So
Right.
you give PayPal like a small percent, but at least you get paid.
Yeah.
So it's like they can always have that purchase protection and get it back. It takes longer for you to get paid, but it's like at least I know the money is there. Um,
Right.
so otherwise, if it's not like I just do everything at that point, it's like, okay, then I will do these checkpoints. And then as you check those and you'll confirm, and I don't start in on the next chunk until you can like approve it. And that saves time. And I might, if I'm doing that, be more like, okay, we'll divide it into 4 checkpoints and you pay in 4 installments or something like that.
Right.
Um, but I like to have it really clearly laid out with all the dates and everything. And early on, I was a little more flexible. And then just because of a few bad experiences, I was like, I'm just going to
Yeah.
start being pretty rigid about like, here's the contract, here's what we do, and I need to make sure I get compensated for my time. I would
Yeah.
still put on your resume that you did the project because you were hired to do the project. So
Right.
even like if something gets canceled, I'm like, I was hired and I started prepping and like doing the work. And, if it doesn't get finished or something, like, that's on them, not me. I still was hired and got the job. So
Yeah.
I still say you can put it on your resume. Um, so I would put it on your resume. I would, go ahead and use clips of it and things for your reels and your profiles and things. Send her what you've got, wait for a response. If she never gets back to you,
Yeah.
whatever, get what you can out of it. Um, but yeah, I personally, I probably wouldn't invest any more time on it at this point. I would just table it
Right.
and be like, okay, putting that away, going on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. So the one fun like podcast I wanted to do with my brother is
Yeah.
kind of like dead in the water, just because he has so much going on. And I've thought about doing it and like just telling him like, can I rent your space? Can I
Mm-hmm.
give you like $15 and my friend and I can come and we can do it and whatever, and you don't actually have to be part of it. It'll look good on your thing because you can say that you are now renting audio space, and I can just like I have the one mic, which is fine for me if I'm just talking, but it is terrible if, I have a second person. So
Mm-hmm.
um and I don't have like the money to invest in like a whole setup, and he already has it all set
Yeah.
up in his house.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
So,
take advantage of that. Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's a great idea. I know people who what they do is they just have like a less expensive USB mic that they use at home, or even just like something like their headphones and they just record on their phone or something, and
Right?
submit auditions. And then they say, hey, like this is a crappy audition recording, but if you hire me and pay me enough, then I will go rent studio space or I'll go get a
Oh,
professional
okay.
space and like do it that way. So I think it's fine to have your own setup, but if you do, you have to be really clear on like what you have available and you want to submit auditions that are like, here's the sound quality you'll get. Um, but I think it's perfectly fine to also just use another space that's already set up. And
Yeah.
sometimes that's way easier and less stressful for people. And
Yeah.
especially for people who live somewhere like, a big city where square footage is very expensive and all that. It's like
Right.
it might be more worthwhile to just go into a studio and use what they've got
Yeah.
rather than investing in your own. So, yeah, if you know somebody who already has stuff,
Yeah.
take advantage of it. I think that's
Yeah.
great. And they probably would rather somebody be using it than nobody,
Right.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, I think
So
that's
I
great.
have that. And then
Yeah.
my other one that I was working on, I've got a third one that I'm recording, and I kind of learned a little bit. I went back to the first one I did and redid the video so that it has actual video attached to it. Um, I was talking to my sister-in-law, who is kind of the catalyst, and she said like a lot of the ASMR videos she watches, like it'll just be like maybe from a person's chin down. She's like, they're
Mm,
just sitting there talking, and it's not even like, it might just be their shoulders or their hands or whatever, but it's
yeah.
like, um, so I was like, that's really weird. It's really weird. But I mean, I
Yeah.
don't care. Like, if I could figure out how to do lighting in a way that it would, like just kind of, what is it, like
Hmm.
backlighting where your face is kind of dark and you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about it looking a certain way,
Hmm.
um, then that would be fine. Like,
Yeah.
just whatever. But
Yeah, I know, now people have kind of gotten fond of that like live video podcast option. But I also
yeah,
think if you're like, I really don't want my face on it, that's okay too. Like you can do
Right.
just as well without that. So I think it's perfectly fine if you're like, I'm just gonna do this other option too. Like, so if you're like, I really like just doing the videos where I don't show my face, that's okay. But if you also want to do the video options, people sometimes like that too. But I also feel like you might have some like the Jazzman's Lullaby or something. You might be like, I don't want to have to dress up and like be a character and be
Yeah.
my like
Yeah.
70s lady or whatever. I think that would be fine too. You could also use the YouTube thing where you can make like AI art or something and then plug that art into YouTube and then you do the voice and then it syncs it up to like an AI animation
Oh,
of your picture that you uploaded, or you can use just their
that's
default things.
cool.
And then it's like a little character you create that they just sync together. Like you can tell AI does it, but then it's like a little character of you that syncs up to your mouth movements and then
Uh-huh.
it uses your voice and creates a little character that talks. So you could look into doing that too, because it's free to use that stuff.
Oh, okay. That would be way easier than having to like have a
Have a like fro wig and your like bell
right.
bottoms and like
Yeah,
your
like I
setup.
gotta
Yeah,
wear
you know what I
sunglasses and then
mean?
I can't read.
Yeah, like to me, you're already thinking about so much. So that's more like if you were a stage actor, kind of a
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
So I feel like just to kind of simplify it for yourself, all you would have to do then is you need the initial artwork of a character,
Hmm.
which I feel like something even like Canva, like they have really good AI art and stuff, and it's free. So like you can go make
Yeah.
a character for yourself. You could even like upload your face and then they'll make a cartoon. Like you pick the style of the art or whatever,
Okay.
and they'll make like a few options of AI art and you pick your favorite. You can plug that into the YouTube thing. They have like a software for animating stuff, and then
Okay.
you just upload that, and then it's gonna do just sort of like moving the picture and sync up the mouth movements to your words of the audio you
Okay.
upload. So you could
That's
do something like
crazy.
that too,
Yeah.
which is a lot
Okay.
easier.
Yeah, for real.
If you're like, I really would like some visuals, and I'm noticing that's really popular and people like that, like that would be an easier way to do that. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Cause
yeah.
that like
They'll
finding the
know
videos
you
and stuff
used
is
it. Like it doesn't look as
oh
good as
yeah.
an actual person animating things like with using
Right.
AI,
Right.
but yeah.
Well, yeah, it would be a lot less time consuming because
Yeah.
recording those is so super simple. And then
Mm.
I found a website that I think I'm just going to end up paying for because like you get a certain number of hours each month, but and they call them like studio hours or whatever. But I just took so the Chat GPT wrote my script for me and then I had it redo it with like music suggestions and prompts. So I took the music prompts, put it in this other AI thing, and it just made me like 6 songs, like one for each prompt. Or it would make you 2 options for each prompt. And I just was
Huh.
able to use those and slow them down or speed them up or
Hmm.
whatever. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I got all of the vocal and audio stuff done in like
Cool.
3 hours, but then like sitting
Hmm.
there with videos.
Yeah.
And also, like, I only want to pick things that I like.
Oh,
So
100%.
I'm
Yeah.
not like, just
I learned
choose the
pretty
first
early
one.
on, I was like, if I'm not interested in it, the dedication to the project is
Yeah.
challenging. So,
So yeah. But the AI thing has been very helpful, and I don't think that I'd ever be able to do it if I didn't have that.
because it's like I learned pretty early on. I was like, I am one person, and it takes an entire team to make like a person who's a brand, like
Yeah.
A-list celebrities. Like they do not have the time to do everything, right? And
Right.
so you need help. And so
Yeah.
it's like the AI just is like, yeah, I get people are like, it's taking away jobs from people and whatnot. And I'm very like, hey, like if I have the option, I'm gonna use a real person. But I'm like, I cannot hire a full-on
Right.
marketing team. I can't hire a full-on writing team. I can't afford those things. So it's like, I'll do my best. And then I get to a limit where I'm like, I don't have the bandwidth to also make a social media plan.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like if you use AI to promote the thing that you're like, I do this and I'm using it to be like my backup team because I'm exhausted.
Right.
I am like, that's what it's there for. It's there to support humans, not
Yeah.
to like derail humans. So I'm like using it as like, be my buddy that's like my little, assistant. That's great. So
Yeah,
I'm all for
absolutely.
it. Go for it.
Yeah. So that's kind of
Yeah, it
where
sounds
that's
like you're
at.
doing the
Yeah.
right things.
Yeah. So, and then I just have it. My next step is going to be, so I thought I'd get like 4 or 5 of them actually done. And then I have a software that I can run them through and it'll take out like small clips for social media stuff.
Hmm.
Um, or it'll pick what it thinks are the best ones.
Yeah.
So I don't have to worry about that. And then I can set my schedule like on, I think on almost anything. And you sent me a bunch of stuff to use also that was similar to Hootsuite that I can just be like,
Yeah.
post this on this day, post this on
Right.
that day. And then I
Yeah.
don't have to, and on YouTube, I can also, set days for things to be released. Like, so if I wanted to be like 7 p.m. every Tuesday, there's going to be a new one. Then I could do, set it like that. So I can have all of these things already done and put it up there and then I don't have to worry about it.
Hmm. Yeah.
So,
Absolutely. Perfect.
yeah.
Right. Being able to sit down in one day and just like get it scheduled and done is so much easier than having to re-log in all the time.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Especially when you're juggling too many things, right?
yes. Yeah, absolutely. Because I'd have enough.
Yeah.
Got really
Agreed.
dark in here. Sorry.
That's okay. All good.
Light somewhere among all of my things. I do have a light here. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay, that's not great, but my Millennium Falcon light only points one way. So,
Oh, that's all right.
oh, so dorky. Yeah, so that's kind of where all of that has been. And then I've done a couple of auditions on Backstage just to have them done. And just kind of, I've picked
Cool.
things that I think were um easy and were played to my strengths. So it wasn't any kind of like stretching a muscle or anything, but it was just like, a therapist or things that are because find that everybody tells me that I have the voice for like those strong women
Love that.
kind of things. So,
Yeah.
uh,
Strong female lead. Heck
yeah,
yeah.
right. I'm like, oh, yay. Now, if I could just get on a video game, that'd be great.
Right.
But
Like, just
that's
give
fine.
me that first foot in the door.
I know. Goodness. So, other than that, it's summer in Virginia, so it's disgusting.
Yeah. 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 Is what it is.
Yes. So,
Oi, the heat.
I know, right? Like the pollen and the heat and the ugh.
Right. I
Yeah.
know. Like, please. Oi. Yeah, all the allergies and whatnot. So it's like, we do our best.
Yes. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
All right. Okay. So then for today, what would we say, would be the best use of our time then? Kind of thinking about where we're at with everything, next steps, next goals. What do you think?
Since I want to build up my stuff online,
Yeah.
like all my samples and stuff. I don't know. Like I have a lot of stuff that we did a long time ago that I think I did fine. Quality of the recording is terrible.
Oh,
So I'm like, and I think also I could probably do better. Um, so like some of that kind of stuff, like work towards like if there's anything that you think would be good for like I know
Yeah.
I have my big reels up and those
Yeah.
are fine.
Yeah.
But
So do we have general reel, commercial, narration, character?
yes.
Do we have maybe like an accents and dialects reel?
No,
Because
we do
that would
not.
be another good one to add. I
Okay.
also think you can get even more specific. If you're like, I would love to start doing video games, start
Yes.
doing things to promote that. So one
Okay.
creative way that one of my students gets her name out there for that kind of thing, she takes her favorite scenes of video games or anime and
Hmm.
she will do her own overdubs and then she will put
Okay.
that on YouTube and like share that to her profiles and things to be like, here's what I would do if I were these characters, right? And so
Okay.
she kind of gets into the style of that particular production and what those people did and plays off of that. So that's one way of just kind of getting herself out there and getting, noticed in that world, right?
Okay.
Um, so I would maybe say like, make a reel that's all video game characters.
Okay.
Make a reel that's all anime overdubs characters. Make a reel that's all cartoon like Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks kind of vibes.
Okay.
Start making reels that are really specific now. Also consider character types. So make a reel that is entirely strong female leads,
Okay.
right? Where you just totally lean into that and you're like, all right, this is the strong female leads reel. So early on, we're a little more general with the reels. And then as
Right.
we kind of fine tune, like these are the character types and the things I want to be hired as, we can get a lot more specific with those.
Okay.
So you can have reels that are very, very focused as well. So that might be a good next step. Also,
Okay.
like ACX, there are sites that are you know, they're mainly focused, right? Their entire focus is narration, right? There are other sites as well that are like ACX that are a little bit smaller, but that's what they do. That's everything they do in those. So, instead of devoting a lot of time to those, if you're like, I really want to be playing characters, you need to be on sites that are going to have those kind of jobs. So, like
Right.
Backstage is a really good option for that, right? So,
Right.
we're looking at sites, that are going to have those jobs on them. Keep in mind, there's still going to be less of those jobs, but they'll have them, right? So Backstage,
Right.
voices.com, Voice123, those kind of websites are going to have those kind of jobs. But keep in mind still that narration is our bread and butter. That's our like
Okay. Yeah.
full-time job kind of a thing.
Right.
And then what's cool though is once you get your foot in the door with studios that do those other things, that can sometimes become your full-time job. I have a friend who works with two or three video game companies, and that's all they do. They only work with those people because they're like, I really enjoy doing it. I like the people I work with. I get plenty of work through them. I really don't need any more work than this. And they're just like, I'm just kind of in this little bubble now. And so
Okay.
they aren't really known outside of that. They don't audition outside of that. That's what they do. And that's great, you know?
Yeah.
Um, and they don't get bored with that. They do the same thing basically all the time, but they're like, I'm happy doing this, and this is my little bubble, right?
Right.
So once you get the connections like that, you're pretty solid. It's just getting them in the first place, right?
Yes.
Um,
So what about like I know that for me, like trying to some of the stuff that I've seen, it's like you need to have experience working with the animation. And like I don't how
Right. Like, how
does
do I
one
get
do
that
that?
experience? Right. So, you're probably going to start more with smaller indie companies.
Right.
Look at things like, for instance, in Chicago, they do a lot of experimental kind of theatrical types of things. So, you get more. smaller indie companies and you get people
Okay.
doing kind of like weird out there things, but like experimenting with different art forms, right? So Chicago-based companies are a great place to look at. So look at like film groups, animation groups that are based out of Chicago, try to connect with people there. Look at student programs in animation and
Okay.
volunteer to be part of those. Um, so my friend that works with those few video game companies, he was like, what I would advise is you find universities and places that have programs doing animation. You volunteer and you get like video footage of you in the studio doing stuff with them. You get your clips and things from working with them, and then you can start showcasing that, right? So he was
Yeah.
like, you get like a video and like do all your edits and your voice and everything over it, and you make it really cool. And then you send it out to companies and be like, here are things I've been doing. They can see you doing it, they can hear you doing it, they have concrete stuff, right?
Hmm.
You put it on YouTube, right? You link it to things and you just start like putting it out there and they're like, "Oh, I can see that you've done this," right? So
Right.
sometimes volunteering for student projects can be a really good foot in the door and just an opportunity. Also, those people will become professionals in the industry. So they're going to remember you later on and be like, "I loved working with that person. They were great. Let's hire them."
Yeah.
Right? So that can be a really great just like first step. Student projects also usually get finished, whereas indie projects don't always get finished. So with indie projects, I'm like, still put it on your resume. You got hired, did the work
Right.
to
Right.
get that job. Just because they didn't finish it, not your fault. Right.
Yeah.
So you still should get credit for that. You still should keep, like your clips and things and utilize that and show it. Um, but yeah, I feel like student projects are a really great place to start because
Okay.
of the connections in the industry, getting a finished product, being able to showcase those skills that you've developed. Um, Backstage does have quite a bit of like, I mean, and really all the sites, like you'll find student projects, indie projects on there. They're going to be lower budget, but they're still worth doing, I would say.
Yeah.
And it also just kind of gets you known. A lot of the indie projects are going to be shared at festivals and like cons and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So then you kind of might get like a small cult following kind of a thing where you have
Right.
fans and people who follow you. It might be kind of a niche thing, but you'll start getting social media following. And unfortunately, now people are considering that more and more. Like, how much social media presence do you have? How much is that going to, pull an audience to our project, which is annoying,
Yeah.
but it's a thing now. Um, so yeah, I like somebody told me they worked with Pierce Brosnan's son on something like a film project, and they were like the entire time he's just obsessed with TikTok. It's like all he focuses on. And I was like, like in spite of the nepotism we assume he gets, like his social media presence may actually help him a lot, in getting jobs.
Yes.
So you never know. But
Yeah.
they were like, oh gosh, it was so annoying. He was just constantly doing TikToks, and we were just like, Jesus, this kid.
My friend, I have a friend who she's not TikTok person, but she's very like Instagram photos. And we have to take like 17 pictures. And I'm like,
And all
dude,
the like boomerangs and
yeah,
things.
yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
like, come on, can you just take? She's like, no, I don't like this one. We don't look good enough. Oh, this one's not good enough. I was like, well, you're checking for me too, right? Like,
Then take the time to go edit it, honey. Like, this
right.
is fun time.
So
Yeah,
I
I have
was
a
like,
cousin who kind of is like that too, because he got Vine famous and even had
okay.
like agents and toured a little while from his like Vine things he did with his friends. And yeah, and he just got obsessed with his social media. And it was really annoying to everyone because we were just like, that's all you do. Like, we just want
I
to
know.
hang.
I was like, at least she doesn't I guess at least she doesn't do like pranks or stupid stuff
Oh
like
my
that. She's like,
gosh.
oh, I
Some of
couldn't
the
do
pranks
it.
too, I'm like, this is not cool.
No.
Like,
No.
like kids, oh my gosh, I saw this thing where these kids like they acted like somebody broke their leg and an ambulance came and it was all a freaking prank and they're like
Mm.
crying and I'm like these are like this is a 9-year-old kid there sobbing about her friend like
Oh my
that's not a cool
gosh.
prank like some of them I'm
Yeah.
like this no these are not pranks these are just cruel
Yeah, no.
like yeah some of the stuff
That's
out there now I'm just like guys,
Too
too
much.
far. Like they
Yeah,
think it's real. Oy.
that's
I'm like,
terrible.
a prank is like, someone gets a haircut and you keep some of the like little clippings and you like sprinkle it down the back of their shirt and they're like, oh, I have to go
Yeah,
shower
right?
now. Like that's a prank.
You drop ice down somebody's shirt. Come
I
on.
know. Yeah, the worst prank I
Yeah.
ever did was this girl was like really mean and bullying my friend at camp for being overweight. So I collected, you weren't supposed to have any food or like wrappers in the dorms, but I collected a whole bunch of snack wrappers and candy bars and things like wrappers and stuff from people. And the day before the last day of camp, while she was asleep, I sprinkled all the wrappers all over her bed while she was sleeping. And she woke up and she like started crying and was like, "What is all this?" Ah." And then I got a lecture, but I was like, whatever, it was worth it. I
You're so
was like, I'm
bad,
not sorry.
Bambi,
And they were like, you're gonna say sorry. And I was like, fine, I'm sorry. I was
but
like, I'm
I'm
not
not
sorry. You're
sorry.
mean. You were bullying people all week. You deserved it. And everyone else
Gosh.
thought it was hilarious. And I was like, look, be nicer to people and you'll have friends.
Yeah,
I was like, I tried to be nicer all week. And she made my friend cry. So I'm
that's
not sorry.
terrible.
Yeah, I was like a really good kid until people were mean to my friends, and then I was like, no, no, no.
Nope, not
Yeah, if
today.
like a prank online makes a kid cry, I'm like, I will not follow you. I will not like this. Goodbye.
I'm
Ugh,
unfollowing. You have lost one
exactly.
subscriber.
I'm like, you made a child cry. You
I
suck.
know, that's terrible. That's
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah, yeah.
No, my daughter always sends me things where, like, people are nice to each other. And she's like, Mom,
Oh,
I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, stop sending me things that are sad, even
oh.
if they're happy.
That's amazing. I follow all the like mental health things and the cute baby animals.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
look at our little ducklings that hatched on our farm. Look at this frolicking Highland mini cow. I'm like, this is what I need in my life. My
Those are
husband's
so,
feed and mine
so
are so
cute.
different.
They,
He's like, how do I get your feed? I'm
I'm
like,
like, you have to know
like
what to
all the
look
positive,
for.
happy
Yeah.
things, and I'll
Yeah.
give you more of it.
Stop watching political stuff. Come
Positive
on.
affirmations. Yeah, I just can't
Yes.
even look at Facebook. I'm because I legit am
No,
like I'm like friends. I'm like mute you. You're too political.
it's terrible. Or
And I
people
don't
get
wanna, so
really
I just don't go
like,
on.
yeah, no. They get really like mean about it. Like if you think this way or that way, then you just need to jump a bridge. And then somebody will, say, "Well, I think that way. You think I should jump off a bridge?" And it'll
I
kind of go like
know.
no, not really. Well, then that other person picks a
And
fight.
you
They're like, "Well,
didn't
then
mean
why
it.
would you say that?"
Yeah.
You know? Just
Yeah. I had a
um
friend who posted after the election. She was like, Today I'm just deeply sad." And she was like, I just need to express that. So, like, no one, please, like, no one comment on this. Just like, let me be sad today and just respect that I am. And just like, no, I'm not ignoring you. I just need a day to be sad. And then all these people were like, being like, it's for the best, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, y'all shut
she
up.
just asked you to
She
just
just said, please no one respond to this. I'm just letting you all know I'm sad and I just need a day to myself to be sad. And I was
yeah,
like, and now her whole feed is blowing up with people being like, it's for the best. You'll see. Like, psh, why are you sad? This is great. And I
right.
was like, you guys just completely disrespected what she asked you for. You are not her friends. You do not
Yeah.
care about her. I was like, guys, she was nice about it. She just was like, I'm having a bad day. Just like everybody, just know I just need a day to myself. And then, like, I was like, y'all, boundaries. I
I'm
don't care
not
which
gonna
side you're
lie.
on. Like, boundaries.
I
Ugh.
wouldn't comment on something like that, but I would get offline and be very judgy about it. I would like turn to my family and be like, "Oh my gosh, if you need a day, just take a day. You don't
I
need to tell
know,
me."
yeah. I think too, it's just like where she lives, like most of the
Mm-hmm.
people around her are like the opposite opinion. So I was just
Yeah,
like, guys, she's just saying,
that's
I'm
hard.
sad today. Please just let me be sad and just be
Hmm.
understanding if I don't respond to you right away, kind of a thing. So I was like, let's just like give her some space, y'all.
Yeah.
It's not that
Can we
hard.
just be kind of nice people?
I know. It's like after the Iron Bowl, like everyone goes to church with their like Alabama or Auburn stuff on, and they're just like, hey, 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 we won. And I'm like, next year it's going to be the opposite. So y'all just be nice. Leave
Yeah.
your stuff at home and just come to church and let it be a church day.
Yeah.
Like, I never got that. I was like, I'm not going to come in orange and blue or like red and silver or like maroon and silver. I was like, y'all, it's church. Be nice.
Yeah.
Instead of just rubbing it in smugly to everyone and being like, War Eagle, roll tide. I was like, this is just mean. Guys, we're at church. I just feel like it's unnecessary.
Church people are just
Yeah.
not
I
the
just
best
always was just
always.
like, guys. So I just am like, I'm not gonna look because I'm just like, it makes me sad. And I don't want my
Yeah.
opinion of people I consider friends to be changed. And like,
Yeah.
oh,
I don't blame you.
I'm just
Facebook
very
is the
like,
worst.
can we just all be kind to each other and let each other be where we're at?
Like,
And
can you
it's
just
like,
post pictures of your dogs, please? And
exactly.
like,
Yeah. I'm very like, I just
congratulations.
post updates on things so my grandparents can like stay in the loop, and feel like they're part of my life even though they live far away. So I'm like, yay, this person graduated. Cute picture of my puppy. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, real stuff. Psh, no, thank you.
That's what Instagram is for. Come on.
Yeah, I just am no longer like, even on Instagram one day, somebody was being mean and like fat shaming people, and I was like, you suck. Like, go away. You
Mhm.
don't care about these people. You're just being a jerk. I was like, you don't know anything about their health. You don't know about their doctors and their relation. I
Right.
was like, just go away. And they tried to be like, I'm caring. I was like, no, you're bullying with a nice like smile on your face. Like,
Yeah.
and then they reported me as bullying, and Instagram like shut my stuff down for like a week. And I was like, are you kidding me? I just told them to stop being mean. I was like, wow,
That's
social media
ridiculous.
sucks. But they were
It
just being
does.
like, I just love you so much. I know I don't know you, but like, there's no way if you're a size 14 or bigger that you can possibly be healthy. Like, there's no way.
Oh,
Like, you guys
okay.
clearly need to go on a diet. And I was like, and they were like, I'm just caring about you. And I was like, you are not. You are
I-
straight up fat shaming them. Oh my gosh. I'm just like, everyone mind your own freaking business.
Yes.
Oy. So then, and a
Yeah.
whole bunch of people liked my comment, being like, wow, you're being a bully and being really mean. Like, go away. And a whole bunch
Right.
of, like, hundreds of people liked the comment. And then they reported it, someone reported it as bullying. And
Yeah.
Instagram was like, and you are locked. And I was just
Ugh.
like, seriously? Oh my gosh. I was like, whatever, I
So
don't care. I get to not be on social media for a week. But I was just like, are you serious? That person was the mean one?
yeah. Oh my gosh. People are so rude.
I was like, so now I need to go and report them for being a
Right?
bully and not actually say anything back anymore. Do not engage, just report is what I learned.
Yeah.
Okay. Oy.
Ugh.
So we are trying to get you more into character things. So,
Yes.
um, I also feel like looking for, like, for instance, if you find YouTube channels that have their own little shows and things that you find amusing, you could reach out to them and be like, hey, I'm a voice actor. I would love to work with you on a project. Could we collaborate? And then that can get you more followers and things because now you're part of
Okay.
their stuff. And just start doing things where you like collaborate with people more,
Okay.
because you get something out of it, especially if they have a million followers or whatever. It's
Right.
like, hey, I will volunteer to be in one of your episodes as a character if you like then like my stuff and like tag me on it, right?
Right.
And you might get more followers. And then if it like helps you, then you can be like, you know what? I will do more of these episodes with you because it will get me more followers. You can be like a little guest star, right?
Yeah.
And so like find people you want to collaborate with. And then what's
Mhm.
cool is, if you find people it's like you can collaborate on each other's stuff, that's fun too. Like find other voice actors and be like, I love your stuff. Would love to collaborate. And then you take like, let's say a video game scene you really love and you guys overdub it and then you post it and you tag both of you in it. And so it's like you can be collaborating on things and it helps each other. So collaboration
Okay.
is a great way to like get yourself out there, get known a little bit better, get more followers. So collaborating would definitely be something I say would be good. But yeah, you just need to start doing stuff because then
Right.
you can be like, I've done XYZ new media. New media is a little weird. It's like the YouTube series and TikTok things, right? Yeah. So
Okay.
that kind of thing.
I'm gonna write that down because I'll never remember new media.
Yes, it's an entirely separate category. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yay. That I can do.
Yeah. Yeah. So, those are some ideas, just kind of getting yourself out there.
Okay.
And like I would say really like scour for those kind of opportunities and be sure you submit to all of them that you can.
Okay.
Yeah. Voice 123. Remember I was saying like the more clips you put on there, the more
Hmm.
visibility you're gonna get. I would just every week pick like a video game character, find video game scripts, and then start like posting clips from them so that people who then are video game creators can start finding you on there. Would
Okay.
be a good thing.
How would you label it? Just like whatever the game is or
Yeah, I mean, I like to label it according to what they're going to find. So rather than like the name of the video game, the name of the character, I like
mm,
to be like, um, teen babysitter mad at kid.
okay.
Yeah. That kind of a thing. Or
Okay.
like, new girl who just moved in next door. Or, bratty teenager talking back to mom or uh elven queen, like
Okay.
or like regal whatever, like
Yeah.
things that let them know kind of the vibe.
Okay.
Frazzled mom, uh mom taking care of sick kid. Like whatever
Right.
the thing that they're going to be hearing is. And then you can put in like the more information what it's from. But I feel like letting them know more the character types is the thing I like
Okay.
to go for. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
So, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. All right. Could we maybe look at, okay, so what are video game character types you have right now that you have clips of?
The only thing that I think I have right now is it's the one that they show on the Voices website. It's like the Platydorian Princess.
Oh, yes. Cool.
Yeah.
Great. So we have something, right? So
Yes.
then
Yeah.
let's think about other like iconic, strong female lead types. Somebody like Laura Croft Tomb Raider, right?
Right.
Is somebody that people know about. I feel like The Last of Us has especially become like more prominent right now, like in the face of the public with like Ellie and stuff because of the new TV show that goes along with it, or like oh, what's the one where they're like in the underground bunkers?
I don't
Mm.
even play like it's terrible. I don't even do video games, but I just underground bunkers.
They just made a TV show out of it. Fallout, that's the one.
Oh,
Yeah,
Fallout. Yeah.
Fallout. So there's like a lead character who's a female in that one too. So like thinking of The Witcher is a video game they turned into like a TV show, so people know about that one too. So it doesn't have to be one that's like really
Hmm.
well known, but those are just some options. So what if we
Okay.
start with like a Laura Croft-esque script? It
Okay.
doesn't even have to be um for sure, like exactly them.
Right.
Um, so like if we just take like phrases Laura Croft would say or like a monologue, a lot of the time video games are going to be more of just like phrases rather than
Right.
like full-on monologues.
Right.
So it's perfectly okay in your clips and in your reels to do like it doesn't have to make sense as a through story. It can be just like me sounding like the character. So it,
Hmm.
each sentence cannot necessarily flow. So like if we do phrases that are like Laura Croft phrases, like these in the chat would be some that she says. I'm just like looking for some of the phrases she says. Um So like you can just record these one-off phrases that she does.
Okay.
Um, and it's going to be, like the video game sound, right? I also would kind of study the energy and such of video games because they all have a different sort of style. Like different TV channels have their own kind of style.
Right.
Different types of anime have their own style, vocal styles, like shonen anime is going to have its own vocal style, that kind of thing. So we think about like vocal style as well. So listening a bit also helps. So these are all
Hmm.
like Laura Crofty phrases that I found. So, um, so I would say, maybe like strong female lead, maybe like she's a Tomb Raider, right? So like,
Right.
mm, strong female lead, like SFL, um,
Archaeology.
fighter chick or something. Yeah, like
Fighter chick.
archaeologist or like Tomb Raider. I mean, you could just say
Yeah.
Tomb Raider or like um yeah, I mean, you could say you could say Laura Croft. People know, but you can also just describe her and like what's going on here. Like, I mean, it is like strong female lead, action adventure video game. Like you can do
Yeah.
something as like
Okay.
vague as that. It just lets them know kind of like what vibe they're gonna get, right?
Okay.
Um There also might be like short scenes. And you can either do both characters or you can have another voice actor do the other character with you, right?
Okay.
You also can find monologues maybe that are like similar, right? For instance, if I'm just doing like a strong female lead that like has a similar vibe to Laura Croft, maybe like this kind of a thing. I found like some phrases that are similar and stuff. So this is like a strong female lead, like
Okay.
fighter girl. So yeah, like you just need clips and things to submit and post that let people know who
Right.
you are. Um, or let me see if I can find a scene. Oh, interesting. Okay, this is interesting. So it is actually just her talking, but it's like it tells you what else is happening. It's too long, so I'm going to do it in two chunks. This will be the last
Okay.
little part. So it says like she enters the chamber cautiously, eyes scanning every corner. Her breathing is steady but alert.
Okay.
All right, Laura, focus. This place wasn't built for tourists. Every step could be your last. And like, so, and you can put like crunching, like she steps carefully, like you can put sound effects and things that go with
Okay.
it. So it's kind of like a scene, but this one is more of like a monologue as well. I was trying to see if I could find like a two character. Um, Okay. This one has like a rival treasure hunter person that she runs into, I guess. They're in like an ancient temple. So just think like Indiana Jones thwarts her
Okay.
kind of a vibe. Again, a little too long, so I'm gonna do two chunks here. So like here, I might find another voice actor who's a male who has a following and be like, "Hey, will you record this with me?" And then
Okay.
you could make a simple video that just has like pictures of Laura Croft like doing her thing in the video game or whatever. Or you can do actual overdubs, like find a certain scene that you like and then like try to overdub and make it perfectly in time with like that scene or whatnot too. Yeah.
Okay.
But if you want, I can hook you up with other like voiceover students too who might want to do something like this with you.
Oh, sure. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Like I am one really good person to connect with, who I'm absolutely sure would be open to collaborating. He's a little busy, but I mean, aren't we all?
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah, I'll
busy?
type his
What's that?
info. Yeah. Um, and just like let him know I said to reach out. Here's his cell because he's told me he's open to collaborating on things before too. So, and
Okay.
like told me to send his stuff to people. So if you want to just like text him or something, that's his number. Tell him I sent you, and that you're
Okay.
looking for somebody just to collaborate with some like new media, like YouTube, TikTok, like things just to get to practice and get your voices out there. He'd be a really good person. I can ask a couple other people, but I know he's
Sure.
pretty open to doing things. And
Okay.
he, I think, would also be a pretty reliable person if he commits to something. And if he wasn't able to, he'd communicate about it and be like, oh, I need another week because
Right.
whatever. Grandma's in
Right.
the hospital or whatever. I don't know. But he's somebody that I would be like, I would trust him to get it done. But yeah, I could ask other people too if you
Okay.
would like other people to collaborate with. But he's kind of like in the same zone as you, where it's like he's starting out getting the ball rolling. So I think he'd be
Right.
pretty into that.
Okay, that'd be
So
awesome. Yeah.
yeah, like you can send him scenes and you guys can work on stuff together and just like post little things and it'll start getting you more of a following and then casting directors see it or people who are doing their own things
Right.
and reach out to people who have like smaller video game companies and be like, I would love to be considered. Here, like my links and my pages, like I'm on Voice123, I'm on voices.com, like I'm on Backstage, here are my profiles, here's my Fiverr profile, those kind of things.
Okay.
Just so that here's my YouTube, you can listen to some of my clips, that kind of stuff, just so they can hear you easily and like just put yourself out there as much as you
Yeah.
can. Um, and the student projects, another really good
Yes, the
resource.
student
So
projects. I
reach
mean,
out
so far,
to
that's
any
the only
programs
thing that
around you.
I've
Yeah.
really had.
Like animation programs are a really great thing to look for. And just reach out to
Okay.
like professors and be like, hey, I see you teach animation. If your students have projects, I'm a voice actor. I'd love to volunteer to work with them. Here's my
Okay.
reel, like give them my info. Here it is. Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. And if it's close enough to you, if there are any programs around you nearby, you can go in person and work in the studio, which is
That
pretty
would be a
great too.
great experience for me too.
Yeah, one of my other students, Mike, he did that and he was like, "Oh, it was amazing." Like, and
Yeah.
they had their professors like also kind of coaching you and like so
Right.
he said it was a great experience. Mike really enjoyed when he worked at a university on a student project. So, yeah, cool.
Sure.
So he might be another person to hook up with. I'm not sure what all he's doing. I haven't heard from him for a little while.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's somebody that I had worked with. But yeah, but he really loved working in that capacity. Cool. So like these all, you could say, okay, today I'm gonna do, just these one-liners, and then tomorrow I'm gonna record the little monologue thing, and then the next day I'm gonna do this like scene that's just her with sound effects, and then the next day I'm going to work on this scene with the other character and then like send it off to MacArthur, let him do his part. We'll like get it posted and stuff, right? And so you start having materials that showcase you as that character type, right? And you can start
Right.
putting it on your profiles and submitting it to jobs. Like Backstage, a lot of them, just to get your foot in the door, it's just an initial like send them your profile, send them a couple things you already have uploaded on your profile, like direct their attention to it. And then if they like you, you're shortlisted. And then it's like the callback where they're like,
Right.
okay, now that I already like you, I shortlist you, I've weeded out the people who are not an option at all. That's like, not my vision. And they're like, you might be a possibility. So record this script from it. Right. So it kind
Hmm.
of like, you don't waste your time until you already know they'd consider
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're throwing in your hat in the ring and you're like, I have no idea if I'm at all what you're looking for because it's just open call and it could be like 2,000 people they have to look through and listen
Right.
through, right? And it's like, that sucks, right?
Yeah. No,
So
because at
yeah,
that point you're probably like, just pick somebody.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And sometimes they don't even get to you, so you audition and you're like, dang it, it's like I
Yeah.
spent all that time and you're not even gonna listen because you hired someone who auditioned earlier or whatever. It's like that's annoying,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. No, it's
Oi.
all right.
Yeah, so it's so it backstage I like that it's like I don't waste a ton of time. Keep in mind too that some of these sites, like if you were on, for instance, Actors Access or casting networks, they have some things you can't see because you're not represented through an agency just yet. Um, and so there are things that only agents can see. And then like once you are represented on that website by an agent, then you can start seeing those jobs too, and they can submit you to them. So your world will be opened then, but you need to have like 5 to 10 actual jobs on your resume before you approach agents because you don't
Yeah.
want the agency to be like, and then
Yeah,
like
right.
just not seriously consider you later. So I always say like be sure you're ready before you approach. Um, yeah. So one big challenge I'm going to give you is try to be uploading minimum one video game strong female lead character a week on Voice123. And try
Okay.
to be doing those like hashtag this, those like keywords and things, different ones for each thing you upload. Does that make sense? Like if you're
Yeah.
tagging the same things again and again, that's all people will find you for. And we want them to find us for many a thing, right?
Right, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I
Does
can
that
do
make
that.
sense?
Yeah.
And then I would try to find some people to collaborate with and start like promoting each other, kind of a thing. You're working
Okay.
together. Um, yeah. So another character I was thinking is Alloy. So this character is from Horizon Zero Dawn and another one. So this is a pretty like well-known character as well that's like a strong female lead kind of character. So these are like one-liners, again, like action adventure kind of a thing. So I thought I could just maybe like help you find some stuff to use for those. Are there other things you want to be doing? Like for instance, I was thinking, what if you focus on auditioning for audiobooks that maybe are a little bit shorter, maybe like the 1.5 hour or like the 4 hour kind of things that are
Mm-hmm.
YA ones that have that strong female lead. So it's like a teen girl
Okay.
or like a college age girl who's that strong female lead. Because you'll be getting to play that up, especially if it's a first person narrative. It's almost like you just are the character. It's very similar to what you'd be doing on a video game. So I think
Right.
if you get really specific with what kind of narration you do, it can kind of be already moving you that direction. And
Okay.
sometimes too, books get turned into other things, right? So like,
Right.
it's the same kind of energy, the same kind of vibe. And if somebody hears that, they might be like, "Ooh, she'd be great for this other thing," right? And you can be
Right.
like, "Oh, I narrated all these characters, and that's my thing, like my niche." So I would start looking for maybe shorter projects, like 5 hours or less that are YA, strong female lead, action adventure, fantasy kind of things like sci-fi maybe, but that are fiction, adventurous kind of things with a strong
Okay.
female lead character. Especially if they're first person narrative, I think that could be really good.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Because it still
I
is
can
kind
do
of
that.
moving in that direction.
Right.
Um, and then, like I said before, I feel like doing the overdubs and posting that with the scene could be good too. Here is a little monologue for Alloy. I'm trying to find like different things that you could use. Oh, interesting. There's like a little creature, but they don't have any lines here. It's kind of fun. But you could do like rustling of leaves or something. Alloy spins, drawing an arrow. You could do like a sound of her like spinning and like pulling her arrow or like sound effects kind of thing. Part machine, part animal. So you could make like a cyborgy kind of animal sound. I don't know. Find some cool sound effects to put
Yeah.
in. Um, you also could kind of put yourself out there too of being like, hey, people who want to get into voice acting who don't have editing skills, I can help do that. So if you want help like putting a reel together or like, that kind of thing, you'd be just like connecting with others in that world and getting kind of known more in that world. I don't know if you want to do that, but then you could charge them to like help
Yeah.
with their reels, putting them together and editing. Um, because honestly, like a lot of it is going to be just knowing people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like I took a class online with this one
Cool.
guy
Great.
like a while ago. I will
Yeah.
say like the couple of things that I learned that I have been able to incorporate, which I never
Yeah.
would have thought of. And he does like the reality shows for Netflix and stuff.
Oh, cool. Fun. Okay.
So, um,
Interesting.
yeah, so I was like, well, maybe if I like start tagging him in like videos, like things I
Yeah.
learned from Andy.
Love
Um,
that.
yeah, but like
Because
hand
then they might
acting.
share it
Right.
to
Yeah.
their, yeah.
But his
Hmm.
one thing was like, where are your hands? And that was like one of his ways to teach you like to show you like where are you in your excitement level? Like, are you sad? Are
Ah.
you angry? Are you I was like,
That's neat. Yeah. And
that's really
utilizing body
interesting.
movement to help with the
Right.
character. Love that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Like freeing up your body. I
So
like that.
those things
Yeah.
were kind of cool to just to, make you think of like with all of the questions that you make me think about. But they're
Yeah.
good questions. And
Yeah.
like how long should the silence be?
Fair. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Cool. Yeah. I mean, and workshops are a great way and like group classes to get in
Yeah.
contact with other people, find people you like working with, collaborate with them on things. So yeah, I love that. Um, so these would be, yeah, I would totally tag them and stuff.
Okay.
And like then too, if you get opportunities, they can be like, my former student did XYZ. Yay.
Yay.
I
Yeah.
don't do as much with social media. I just
I
don't
know.
want to.
I don't blame you. It's a
I'm just
lot.
like, it's a
It's
lot. Yeah.
exhausting. Like even thinking about it is exhausting.
Yeah. So I like tried for a while and like I learned how to do it. I built up to like 10K and stuff and I was like, I can do it. I just don't want to. I'm tired. I was like, I'm happy where I'm at, thanks. I don't
Mhm.
even like I know somebody who's like a fellow actor who I've worked with in the past and like they did this one project and now they have this huge following and it was like overnight social media success. And they're like,
That's funny.
honestly, though, they're like, I'm riding the wave right now. I'm like
Yeah.
capitalizing on it, but they're like, it's not gonna last forever, and I know it. Because he's like, you have to like, if you want to keep that level of fame, you have to keep doing it. He was like, I'm just like making what I can off it now, and he's like, and
Yeah.
then I'm gonna go back to doing the things I want to do because I enjoy it.
I
But he's like, if you
know.
want to keep that level of fame and like keep growing it, like that becomes your full-time job. It's just like fame.
Yeah.
And he's like, I just want to be an artist.
Right. Right.
And like do my thing. So he's like, right now I am like going to cons and making the most of it, like
Okay.
getting money out of it. But he's also like, I know this won't be forever, and I'm eventually going to go back to doing my passion projects no one knows about. And
Yeah. But that's cool. Like
yeah,
I took my oldest daughter when she graduated.
yeah.
We were supposed to go to like a horror con or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Um,
cool,
yeah, so like Sebastian Stan was going to be there, and that was like her very favorite actor. Uh,
cool.
and then there was another guy that was going to be there who was in a bunch of like the really like cheesy cult classic
Right.
style horror movies
Yeah,
that
yeah.
my husband loved, but like we watched them as a family. And so it got are the things with Sebastian Stan, he had something else come up and he was like, I'm not going to be there.
No.
But then he had like a day. He was like, I will come for this day. So I ended up just being me and her that went for that
Oh.
day. And he was the only person there. And it
Whoa.
was super
So it
cool.
was like their day only.
Oh, yeah. We paid we had already paid for like the VIP things, so you get to have like the
Ah,
Q&A and the whatever,
yeah.
and like he could not have been nicer. But at the end of the
Oh,
day, I was like, I'm so glad I'm not famous because this is miserable.
yeah.
Like he had on a white t-shirt and there was makeup stains all over it from people
Oh.
like rubbing. I'm like, it's so bad.
Like, and then all these people you don't know touching you, and
Yeah, yeah. I was like, I would
there
have to
was like
take
a
like,
photo op with a like A-lister actor, and they
oh
had
yeah,
people standing like 6 feet away, and we're like, you can take a picture, but you're over there. Like,
right?
don't touch me. I was like, man.
Yeah.
Cutthroat. Boy.
No, it's fun.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
he was
just
really cute.
uploaded some Ellie from
Okay.
The Last of Us things that you could work with. So I'm gonna just give you some other characters that you could look at as well. I'll just
Okay.
make like a list of people maybe to look for stuff from. So like this is one that you could look at.
So,
Um,
in doing these things, do you
yeah.
think that it is better to um just kind of do it in my own voice, my own style, or do you think it's better to try and mimic the way that they sound?
Hmm. Good question. Some jobs are going to give you someone else did this role in the past and you have to sound
Right.
like them. So
Yeah.
that can be a really good exercise. That being said, it can also be really good to kind of like start sounding like yourself. So for things that are like really famous characters like this, maybe as
Yeah.
an exercise, try to sound like them.
Okay.
Um, one of my uh former like people that I've worked with, they got a role specifically because they were able to sound like somebody else. And they actually like got really successful from that. So,
Okay.
yeah. That's something I would maybe consider. I don't remember the lead girl from Fallout's name right now, but
Okay.
that would be another good one. I mentioned it earlier. So
Okay.
these are some people to look at. Um, and like the ones I sent through just now are really, really famous. So maybe
Right.
as an exercise, try to sound like them. But if you feel like there is no way I can at all sound like this character,
Right.
then maybe just make it your own and do something different with it.
Okay.
So maybe as an exercise, try both
Okay.
and then just like post the one that you like the best, or you can post both.
Okay.
Sometimes I like to show like, here are three different ways I could do the same script.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Which is fine. I can do
I've
that.
actually gotten jobs out of that. If they give me like one or two phrases, I'm like, I will do the grandma three different ways and you tell me which one you like best. And they'll be
Right?
like, number two was perfect. And I'm like, good thing I sent three because the first was my strongest instinct to go with, and it would have been wrong. Right? So, see, you never know.
Yes.
So, if we're wanting to lean more into the strong female lead characters, then that's what we need to be like really showcasing right now.
Okay.
So, try to not just do these characters, but also be like, can I showcase them when they're happy, when they're sad, when they're angry, when they're scared? Yeah,
Right.
like different emotions that they're doing as well. Um, and then after you play with a bunch of video games, I think anime overdubs would also be a really good area to get into that would be very similar and very
Okay.
fun. And there's a ton of anime overdub work. So,
Right.
or like shows like Cable Girls, which is like originally made in Spain or something. And then like it
Oh,
became really
hmm.
popular and they have overdubs, right? Getting
Right.
those kind of jobs can be awesome too. So, yeah, like overdubs can be very, very fun. And yeah,
Okay.
sometimes you can get a lot of hate from doing overdubs, but whatever.
I
Haters gonna
mean,
hate. It's a paying job.
they're not going to reshoot
Somebody's
it in
gonna love it.
English, right?
I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I love it with the subtitles, and other times I'm like, I cannot like mentally do this. Like I need to
Yeah.
just hear it in my language today.
Yeah.
So yeah, certain shows I'll watch with the subtitles, and other times I'm like, today I just need them to talk to me.
Yes.
I need to be able to look at my phone and still know what's going on in the show, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No,
yeah,
I'm like,
I'm
I
a fan
can.
of both ways. So just
Yes.
depends on my mood. You also could think about like strong female leads for different genres as well. Could be
Okay.
another fun thing to look at. Like, is it horror? Is it action adventure? Is it fantasy? Is it sci-fi? Is it romance? Because you might find that you'll be cast in different, different types of things.
Got it.
Maybe, Chalamet, the Lacey Chalamet girl who was in Mean Girls. She
Oh,
now is
yeah.
like huge on Hallmark, right? And so it's
Oh,
like you'll
yeah.
find kind of like your niche where it's like, I do very well with this, and this company loves working with me, and my fans love when I do this, right? And so
Yeah.
you'll just kind of find your little in and stick with that. So try to, just experiment with different avenues too. Yeah.
Okay. I can do that.
Cool.
Yep.
Awesome work today. If you want to send me anything to listen to, I'm happy to. Also, if you want to, like, if you post new things for your podcast and whatnot, send me the links because I'll share them as
Okay.
well. And, like them, share them, all those good things. Comment and
Thank
be
you.
like,
Yeah.
this is great. I love it. Perfect for helping me fall asleep.
Yes.
As a little kid, I had these cassette tapes that were like Bible stories, and my mom would have us listen to. So I think it
Yeah.
actually does help. Like you just kind of forget the rest of life, settle down, focus on that. And by the time it's done, you're like, okay, sleepy time, you know?
I know. I will say that, like, even recording it, I'm like, oh, dang, I'm tired now.
I feel very relaxed now. I'm ready for
Now I can
bed.
talk to you like this. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Did you get everything from the chat? If you click that little dot dot dot
Dot, dot,
in the
dot.
chat,
Oh, yeah.
next
Okay.
to the box arrow, you can click save chat and then just save the
Guys.
whole thing. You can also just copy paste it as well,
Yes.
whichever is easier. Yeah, that just kind of gives you a starting point there. Uh, Let me know if you would like me to connect you with any other students or people that might be interested, or like former students who might be interested in collaborating on things.
Okay.
Because that actually is a really big way that people start getting their stuff heard and seen more is by like doing stuff together and then like tagging people and things. And
Okay.
yeah, it's like a whole
Yeah.
thing. But the thing is, once you get a really good following, then it's like, okay, then I can start getting recognized for things and getting the types of jobs I want, right?
Yay.
But it's like you have to get
Recognize.
heard to be hired.
Right. Right.
So yeah.
No. People have to
And
hear.
having a good social media following can also help you get an agent. So yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but I love the podcast thing because that's you taking initiative and getting out there. But like if you
Yeah.
and MacArthur want to start your own like new media thing and like create a character in AI, plug it into the YouTube thing and like have ChatGPT make you scenes or whatever for those characters and then like you start doing something like that, you could start getting a following, people hear it, people see it, then they might want to hire you, you know? So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's good to
So,
know too.
yeah. Because, like,
Awesome.
the guy who made the Harry Potter musical, it was like a parody musical on Harry Potter.
Right.
He then got seen and like cast on Glee and it like launched his whole career. So you just never know. It
Oh,
was a silly little
dang.
thing he did
Okay.
with college student friends. And he
Next
dropped
thing
out
you
of
know.
school and has an LA career now.
Oh,
So
so
you
nice.
never know. Josh
Right.
Groban dropped out of school too because he got an opportunity to sing with somebody and he was like, "Oh no, that's for a tenor. I'm a baritone. I can't do that." Da, da, da. And his teacher was like, "You're going." And then he went and then he was like working so much and got a record contract and all this stuff happened and he dropped out of school and he never had to go back.
Yeah,
He's like,
he
"Well, I'm
definitely
doing what
did.
I want to do, so
Yeah,
so yeah,
that's
you just have
awesome.
to take the risk, like put yourself out there and be heard
Yes.
by the right person."
Yeah.
So, yep. If you don't take the chance, then like, doesn't Michael Jordan say like he's like the reason I made so many shots is because I missed so many. You gotta
Yeah,
take them to
right?
make them. Like he's like the reason I broke all the records is because I failed so much more than everyone else. That's why I succeeded so much more too, right? So you just gotta
Yes. Yeah.
gotta put yourself out there.
Gonna do it.
Gotta try.
Gonna get
If you
there.
fail a lot, you'll also win a lot, I think
I
is the life lesson. So just you gotta just do something, right? The Nike thing. Just do it.
Yes, just do
Just go
it.
for it.
Sounds like my dad. Just do it. Get it over with. Thanks, Dad.
Thanks,
Or
Jen. Yeah.
it's more just do it, get it out of the way so you don't have to worry
Um,
about it anymore. So,
yes. Oh, that's fair.
yeah,
Get it done so
get
then you
it
can move
done.
on.
Yes. Yeah.
Do not procrastinate. I'm
No.
like, procrastinating sometimes has helped me in life. It like puts a fire under me. Then I'm like, okay, now I have to
That's
do it,
that
right?
little, yeah, that's that little ADHD
It
kind of
is.
thing
Then you
happening.
hyper focus. It's like, it must
Yep.
be done by tomorrow at 8 a.m. And
I
then you
know.
just
It's
zoom.
terrible. And then,
Indeed. Well,
so,
I would
okay,
love for you
doke.
to send me
Okay.
any recordings you make that you want feedback on, or you just want
Yep.
me to hear. Send me anything you post so I can share it and be uploading new clips all the time
Okay.
to your
I will do it.
backstage, to your voice 123, to your ACX, all the things. And try
Okay.
to submit every chance you get to any charactery things. Even like
Okay.
a commercial where you get to do fun character voices. Anything where you get to do cool characters.
Okay. I'll
Okay.
do it. All right. Thanks,
Go
Fandy.
forth and thrive.
Yep.
This was great. Keep up the good work. See
Thank
you
you.
soon.
All right. Bye.